All right, so today we got another rooftop unit that is flat on refrigerant. I gassed it up with some nitrogen just to try to find this leak. We also got the condenser motor that we're going to be replacing, along with the capacitor and the contactor. So yeah, let's dig into this thing and find this leak. It's nothing obvious right now. I already bumped out 200 psi. And I'm not seeing anything right now, but we're gonna spray it with some bubbles to try to find this leak. All right, so I dug into this thing for the last hour and a half, and I could not find a single leak in this thing. I used half my bubbles, checking the compressor, the ports, all the joints, everything I could possibly think of. Somebody could have come up here and taken the refrigerant out of this thing. I'm not sure what happened here. But obviously, I can't stay here all day leak searching this thing. They need this thing up and running. Turn this back on. As you can see, this thing's running. Come on. We're at 500 right now. On the other side. So I got this on the farthest thing away. I'll put this on the high side. I put the tube on the suction side. But yeah, this thing is as far away as I can get it. This thing's on the vacuum pump for a good long time now. But while it's sitting there making sure there's zero moisture in this thing, I gotta get the span motor replaced. I even got a contactor over here and a capacitor. So let's get this all taken care of. Alright, so I'm coming in here with a 7/16 socket wrench. I put some rust spray on here. These guys in particular. It's expensive, but it works really good. It's like 30 bucks a can, but it will get through this rust very easily. Hope I don't snap everything. Hey, look, I snapped it. All right, looks like being a pack rat actually saved my behind today. So, let's put this motor on. Here we go. Here's all mounted up. So obviously, I bought all this stuff from Harbor Freight, including this kit. Works great, especially for these weird sizes, like 11-30 seconds. Hardly ever use 11-30 seconds, except for motors. So it helps. Obviously, when you're hooking up motors and everything, you want it to be pretty like for like with the old one. Can't always get it perfect. Obviously, you don't want it to rub or anything crazy like that. Where did my set screw go? Here it is. So you want it to be in this little cone area as little as you can. You want the tips here to be actually seeing into the cone. That way you have all the work being inside and pulling the air up. Half and half works just fine too. As long as it's like a little bit and a half, you'll be fine. Now remember, this is a carrier unit, so there is no screw over here. No screw means you don't make a screw hole. Especially if you've seen some of the videos I posted. Yeah, sink all your wires through where they're supposed to go. It can be a pain in the butt getting in the right spot. All right, so I did all the fun stuff of getting the motor in, recharging the system, weighing in the correct charge, 10.2 pounds. Now, these systems are critically charged systems, so you can't just dump in gas and hope for the best. You need to have the exact right refrigerant amount in the system. Otherwise, you'll run into problems down the road. So you can't just put it in until it's like, it's like 20, 30 degrees above ambient. That's fine. No. Weigh it in because it tells you if you have problems with your fixed orifice metering devices or with the compressor or anything like that. So please weigh in the charge. This thing only takes 10.2 pounds. Let's turn her on and see how she runs. Hopefully I'll light this in right. If not, it'll explode. So let's try it. Now we wait. A lot of these thermostats these days come with delays. So you can't just expect it to come right away. Just give it some time, wait for it to call. Let's go from there. Check everything out while we're sitting here. Oh, yeah. I'm silly. I didn't plug in the compressor. Now let's run it. All right, compressor's running. All right, I think things are wrong here. Still check what happened. That fan motor's not spinning nearly as fast as it should be. Red, purple. All right, I gotta double check this thing. Give me a second. All right, so the system's not gonna work today. We're gonna have to come back another day with the right motor because our supply house gave us the condenser motor that is 575 volts, which I've never seen before. I've seen 480, I've never seen 575. So the motor's not getting enough power to run. So it's running at like almost no speed at all. So I gotta take this motor back out, take the capacitor out, leave the system shut off, hope that the leak was just a figment of my imagination. Because it could be. Because I moved pipes around, I double checked everything, but we're sitting here with a unit that doesn't run, for starters. But hey, at least it's charged up and ready to go once we get the correct condenser motor in. So, yeah, we'll have to come back and get that done. All right, so we're back at it today. Got the recovery machine hooked up because, according to the last guy, they put dye in the system. There's a leak right here. You can barely even tell. Only when it got hot out and the pressure started building, it started leaking out. So, found the leak. We're going to start recovering the charge the best we can before we start sucking in air. Go from there, fix this leak, get the system up and running properly. I actually got the correct motor this time too. So yeah, this thing will be 100% here now. All right, so this is 410A, so I gotta watch this thing pretty closely. I don't want the pressure getting too high, but once this gets to about 5 PSI, I'm gonna cut it so we don't suck in any outside air. Because I definitely won't any air in this. But yeah, get it going. All right, so we're on the vacuum pump. We're pumping down really good. As you can see, here's where the leak was. Probably the vibration just rubbed out on the metal. That was the bracket is here. New dryers in, as you can see. We're looking good. But once this thing's vacuumed down, we're gonna have to weigh in the charge. I don't know how much I lost overnight. Probably not much, but still, this is a critically charged system, so we need to make sure the exact amount of refrigerant is in this thing. So yeah, let's get this thing hooked up. All right, all cleaned up. All my stuff's all over there. The fan blade is running. It's running the other way. Can't tell by the camera. Pressure's a little lower than I want them to be, but also there's no load. I have this thing jumped out right now. But yeah, everything looks good. New contactors in. I was given from Supply House. It's a little crooked. I'll fix that in a minute. But everything's running great. No issues. Yeah, the unit's good to go. Thank God. This thing's been down for, I'm not sure how long. This panel says, as you can see, low on gas is a 19. So, yeah, good to go. All right, so mistakes were made. Things happen. Recapping the whole thing, we got to the call. There was no refrigerant system at all. I couldn't find the leak. So I bumped it. I pressurized it with 300 psi nitrogen. Still couldn't find it. Soaked that whole coil trying to find this leak. Couldn't find it. Gassed it up, which was a mistake on my part. I shouldn't have done that. Then the motor was wrong. I never heard of a 575 volt motor. That's wild to me. I had to take that back to the supply house today. Got the new motor. Came back. Installed the new motor. Then for some act of God, we found the leak. It must have been when I moved that one bracket. It just shifted slightly out of place and let the refrigerant start flowing out. And that's where all the dye started coming out. A previous company put that dye in. I know the guy who did it. Appreciate the guy if he watches this. So we found the leak. I repaired the leak, but that copper was thin. So when you're doing that kind of stuff, you have to use real low heat and be real slow with it. I had to vacuum up a little bit of air out of the system just for it to seal right. Otherwise, it would just off gas real bad because of all the crap that was in it. But yeah, when you're doing any of those elbows on coils or anything, low heat, slowly, and just barely put any braze rod on there. Like you're gonna use the braze rod to basically encapsulate that whole area and seal everything up tight. It's a pain in the butt. It's tricky, but it's to be done, obviously. But yeah, after we waited in the charge, I lost about 2 pounds overnight. No big deal. So I recharged the unit, got everything running. Everything's working great. She's good to go. But lessons learned, read the labels before you take the part. If you get a part from a supply house, just open it up, take a look at it, double check it. Like, hey, is this right? Are we sure? Data tag the unit, look at the part, do the match. Okay, move on. If they don't, say, hey, well, this is wrong. Just use your eyes, verify, because I've done stuff like that where I was with an old boss at a company where I worked, and I put in a compressor with him. It looked beautiful. The braze joints were great. It was wired beautifully. I had this thing looking fantastic. Until we turned it on, realized it's a 480 volt compressor in a 208 volt system. Obviously, it didn't work. So my boss was pissed that neither of us caught it. That was my first day at that company, so that's great. But mistakes happen. It's okay. Just figure out how to fix your mistakes. Obviously, we're all good to go here. But I got other jobs I got to run today. This is my last job, so I'll see you guys next time.